Tonight on News 13.
It's the first Veterans Day program held in Hazleton in years. How they celebrated right here at City Hall today. I'll have that story.
The unemployment rate for veterans is higher than the national average, but a federal program is trying to change that. I'll have that story.
What are trans fats and why does the government want to ban them from absolutely everything? We'll tell you.
This is News 13 Now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to News 13 Now. I'm Kathy Bazinski. It was a return to a tribute that was long overdue. Hazleton City hasn't held a Veterans Day celebration in quite some time, but today that changed. Christina Papa was there as residents and members of our armed forces pay tribute to everybody who has ever been in service to our country.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Veterans Day is a day for all veterans.
It's been years since Hazleton City held a service to honor those who have fought for our freedoms on Veterans Day.
Important that Hazleton hold a Veterans Day event, which they used to every year. I don't know why or when it stopped. None of us could remember.
Today, the community joined military and professional leaders at the steps of City Hall. They honored those who have fought and who are presently protecting America.
These men that are standing on the lawn, the men behind me, the men and women that are up and down the steps, we are so proud of you.
Just 3 weeks ago, with the help of the Hazleton Fire Department and the Heights Fire Company, master of the ceremony Gregory Matz started preparing for the important event.
Geez, I think we should have a Veterans Day ceremony. I said, Tony, of course, but 3 weeks? Are you kidding? What are you doing 3 weeks?
But with the help of several military groups in the area,
A local American Legion post, 76 Sons of Legions, Marine Corps League, Detachment 428, all pitched in.
they put the program together.
God bless America, land that I love.
Men and women in uniform paid their respects to those who have fallen during a special wreath presentation and a 21 gun salute. For those who paid their respects today, they ask the community to continue on in the tradition and thank those who risk their lives to better the nation.
A veteran is a person that will raise their hand to do what they volunteered to do, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, the greatest nation in the world.
The city plans to hold this event annually in years to come. Christina Papa, News 13, Greater Hazleton.
Student veterans in Schuylkill County helped honor all who have served our country and encouraged classmates to follow their lead.
And the home of the brave.
Penn State Schuylkill held a special Veterans Day service that honored local veterans, including some students who study at the university. Those students say Penn State makes it easy to get back into school after serving, and it's apparently true. U.S. News & World Report ranked Penn State as the #1 most veteran-friendly university in the country this year. Some qualifications include graduation rates, faculty resources, and participation in the Yellow Ribbon program, which reduces the cost of tuition for veterans and their families.
We are special. We sacrifice our time and energy and family every day. We leave our families for months at a time, and it's hard. It's not easy at all. It's not.
Well, we do a lot on campus for military members, active duty and veterans. We have a lot of support facilities and individuals that can help.
The things you learn in the service help you all through life. They teach you how to adjust, how to act properly and do what has to be done.
There are more than 300 student, veteran, and military dependents who attend the university under the GI Bill. Temple University in Philadelphia also made it to the top 24 schools in that list. Well, it's no secret that after serving our country, veterans sometimes have a tough time finding jobs. Unemployment for veterans remains high, but as Matthew Petrillo tells us, a federal program trying to change that.
When it comes to bringing veterans back into the workforce, Bob Corral of the Schuylkill Chamber of Commerce says it's important.
They should be given top priority because they served their country, they voluntarily in some cases, or by being asked by their country, left employment to go serve and protect all of us. And I believe it's our duty and responsibility to honor them by respecting the need for them to get back into the workforce.
That might be easier said than done. Unemployment for veterans who served after 9/11 stands at 10%. That's higher than the nation's overall jobless rate at around 7%. But the White House is trying to change that. 2 years ago, they launched a Veterans Job Bank at nationalresourcedirectory.gov. It's a tool to help veterans connect with employers. And dozens of companies from around the area are hiring now, including Penske in Minersville.
We've increased our veteran hiring by 2% year over year since 2010, and to date, over 13% of our new hires per year are veterans.
Penske says they have some jobs perfect for veterans and have about 24 openings in our area.
We find veterans bring a lot of the self-discipline, the responsibility, and those traits as well.
We'll have links to the Veterans Job Bank at our website, SSPTV.com. Matthew Petrillo, News 13.
Shoppers at the Laura Mall over the weekend stopped what they were doing to hear some of our local veterans share their stories. The mall held a special Veterans Day event where shoppers could gather around the stage and hear some of our treasured U.S. vets share their story of hardship, bravery, and triumph. Plenty of people, including State Representative Tara Toohill and Congressman Lou Barletta, took time to stop and listen and salute the veterans. 10 former servicemen were honored during the ceremony, and everybody there listened intently to the men who served in World War II as well as the Korean War as they told their amazing stories. It's difficult to believe that many men and women who've served our country come home, can't find work, and end up living on the streets. One local group held a special sleep out to highlight the problem this weekend. Mike Madry tells us why they believe their chilly effort was so important.
From afar, many people would have thought they were borderline insane. They have a shelter of their own, but decided to sleep in a cardboard box under the stars Saturday night. District 11's Bob Drury just wanted to show many what it's like to live in someone else's shoes, or for this instant, someone else's shelter.
With Veterans Day weekend, there's so many veterans, and they have parades and honoring the veterans, but the homeless veterans are people that are forgotten.
But really, is there a better way to understand what someone homeless must go through just to survive than sleeping in frigid, ice-cold temperatures and having the means of a 1-inch thick cardboard box as the only roof over your head? It's a scary thought, but it's reality.
So we're trying to bring awareness that there's a lot of homeless veterans, not only in this area, but throughout the United States.
Well, it turns out there may be more homeless veterans out there than you think. 1 in 4 people without shelter happen to be former members of the United States military services. For a soldier coming home, they obviously have a lot on their plate. And for some of these men, they're unable to shake it off and ultimately fall into homelessness.
A lot of them have post-traumatic stress disorder. There's some that unfortunately got involved with drugs, and they just have a hard time fitting back in, especially after they come back from combat. It's a hard life to adjust to.
From food to shelter, the District 11 team is looking to help veterans in any way they can.
We're here to help them, and that's what our main goal is.
Mike Madry, News 13, Whitehaven.
Still ahead on News 13 now. As far as snow goes, it appears we may have dodged a bullet, but get ready to hit the deep freeze. We'll tell you about it in News 13 weather.
And before you check out, you should check to see if there are trans fats in your foods, how the FDA's ban on trans fats in foods could be affecting our area. I'll have that story.
You're one. Now, local and loving it.
Heading into the holiday season is a tough time for needy families, but a local church spent this weekend making sure they have enough food to put on their tables. The Grace Fellowship Church held its food distribution just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. Plenty of families showed up to take advantage of the food basket program, and the church wants more people to feel free to stop in to get some help putting food on their tables when they have a distribution day in time for the Christmas holiday. The church tried to fill the gift baskets with healthy, nutritious food, and families say the contribution will go a long way.
Well, we just realized that in our community there's a lot of needy people, especially around the holidays coming, and we really just wanted to be a blessing to our community here. We wanted to show them the love of Christ for them just by, giving them the food that they need, and so, we had a lot of food donated to us, and we just wanted to get it out to everybody.
Grace Fellowship says it wants to help as much as possible, and they'll be announcing another giveaway in the next couple of weeks. Some area Boy Scouts also spent their weekend collecting food for the holiday tables of needy families in the region. Boy Scout troops 107 and 207 were definitely on a mission this weekend. They were trying to collect as much food as possible for the Valley Food Pantry. About 25 scouts and parents spent the early morning collecting bags of food, which area residents placed on their porches, and then they took the food to the pantry at the United Church of Christ in Cunningham. All the food collected will be given away to families in need for the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. All the scouts were excited about having the opportunity to help.
Kids love it. This is a great community service for them, and they rally around, and they have a good time doing this, and they feel good about themselves when they're done.
And anybody who would like to help can drop food at any time at the Cunningham United Church of Christ. It's 460 Main Street in Cunningham. Well, no matter what you like to eat, the federal government is trying to make sure it doesn't contain trans fats. Unfortunately, it's in some yummy stuff. But as Christina Papa tells us, the government says it can also contribute to your death.
The FDA says trans fat equals bad. It's announced it will try to get them out of every food in the market that currently contains them. And it wants you to phase them out now by checking your cart before you leave the store with some heart unhealthy trans fat goodies.
The amount that we should be having trans fats would be 0. We shouldn't have any trans fats in our diet at all.
The food experts say that eating trans fat is directly responsible for 20,000 people having heart attacks each year. 7,000 people die each year as a direct result of eating foods that contain them.
It's basically caking up your arteries to begin with. And don't allow your body to digest things properly, so it has an effect on the liver, and the liver can't break things down.
The tough question is, why are trans fats in so many of our favorite foods?
Because a lot of the trans fats, there's also going to be fillers, and with those preservatives are things to help satisfy our taste, thus tricking our brain that, hey, this tastes good and I want more.
Trans fats give products better taste and a longer shelf life, but eating foods that have them also raises your cholesterol.
The turkey.
Yeah.
News 13 shopped the aisles at a local grocery store and found plenty of foods containing trans fats.
I think they're in our foods just to take up volume and to probably some of it preserves it a lot longer than it normally would stay.
Dr. Pafil, who is a specialist in whole foods, says delicious things like donuts, coffee creamers, popcorn, pizza, and crackers all have the bad fat.
As long as it doesn't harm the flavor too much, I really don't care. If it's going to help me be healthier, I'm with it.
Most people buy them because they taste good and don't realize the danger that lies within.
People shouldn't worry about that. What they should worry about is making better choices and eating the right foods.
To minimize your chance of heart disease, the doctor says look before you buy, and when it comes to food, think color.
I think it would be a beginning to help everyone to stay healthy. There's a lot more stuff they have to take out of our foods besides that.
Christina Papa, News 13, Greater Hazelton.
Time now for News 13 weather.
And in tonight's weather shot, we're local and loving it in St. Clair, where there's a great shot of the town and those beautiful onion domes, which I believe belong to Holy Trinity Ukrainian Church. Checking the National Weather Service radar, plenty of lake effect precipitation to our north, and we'll catch a little bit of that overnight. The forecasters are saying won't be anything near as bad as it could have been. Here's News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. First for Greater Hazelton for tonight. Rain and snow showers early on tonight, then snow showers trailing off to flurries around daybreak on Tuesday. A low down to 27 degrees, though. It might be freezing out there. Be careful. Tuesday, cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 34. It'll be cold at night with a low around 22. For Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 36 degrees. Clear and cold at night one more time, low around 22. And for Thursday, sunny with a high near 43. Cold again at night, low down to 24. Then for Friday, partly sunny with a high near 47 degrees. Sliding on over to Schuylkill County for tonight, a chance of rain and snow showers early, then a chance of snow showers after midnight. The low getting down to 28 degrees. Could get slick out there. Be careful driving. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high up to 37. It's going to be cold tonight, low down to 22. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, but a high only climbing to 37. Clear and very cold at night with a low around 22. For Thursday, sunny with a high finally up into the 40s, 43 degrees. Cold with a low of 26 overnight. And on Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 49 degrees. Well, people all across our region starting to get into the holiday spirit, and some fans of some amazing custom cars helped kick off a Toys for Tots fundraiser this weekend. Fast Life Customs in Hazleton rounded up to 30 of the coolest cars you'll ever see over the weekend. The catch, to take them all in, you had to bring a new toy or donate to the Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign. There were some beautiful machines lined up, from souped-up older models to brand new 2013 BMW. Car lovers from as far away as Allentown showed up to support, and organizers say the good turnout was due in large part to their relentless Facebook campaign.
Everybody comes, donates a toy, and it's going to be, all the proceeds are going towards Toys for Tots. And we had a great turnout this far, so hopefully everything goes from here. We also have treats and stuff over there. We have a food truck and everything, so everything that we get today is going towards there.
Now, this is the first time Fast Life has ever had a fundraiser like this, but they plan to make it an annual event. Let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. The daily, 727. The big four, 3378. Quinto, 64883. And the treasure hunt, 2, 3, 10, 12, 25. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, a free energy savings and comfort seminar will be held Tuesday, November 12th at the Butler Township Community Building from 7 to 8 p.m. Learn about great opportunities to fight against rising energy costs and comfort problems in your home. Call today and register for this free event, 570-788-3845. And finally, the Mayflower Chapter number 107, Order of the Eastern Star, will be holding a fundraiser craft fair Saturday, November 16th. The event will be held at the Sugarloaf Fire Company from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will be featuring stained glass, Christmas items, jewelry, and much, much more. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Catherine E. Mecca of Dunmore. Mass is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. in the St. Anthony's Church. Friends may call Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Carlucci Golden DeSantis Funeral Home. Ruth E. Talati of Weston. Funeral is Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Tuesday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Mary Ellis of Frackville. The David D. Jarrett Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Carl Raymond Heaston Jr., formerly of Drums.
This is News 13 Sports.
Well, as we reset it for another week, we still got a local team going for the state championship in girls volleyball, and you got two Wyoming Valley Conference teams still alive and well, looking for the chase of gold in field hockey. Let's take a look, show you what we're talking about, and start with the Marion Phillies. No surprise here. This is a team that perennially is always right in the hunt. Well, now they're one step closer. They're in the semifinals, and that's thanks to their easy 3-0 win over Christopher Dock. And now next up, it's Bishop Guilfoyle. Bishop Guilfoyle out of the District 6 area outside of Altoona. So we'll see what happens. They're going to square it off tomorrow. It's going to be down at Cumberland Valley High School, which is a little south of Harrisburg. So we'll see what happens. 6 o'clock, Dr. John Falabelle and company will be on hand, and we'll see if the Phillies can advance to York and the state championships coming up this weekend. Now, who else is alive and well? Out west, you take a look, it's Bishop Carroll and Cochranton that are still alive. One's out of District 6, one's out of District 10, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. Let's go down in volleyball now. Take a look where you see DeLone Catholic and Lancaster Catholic, and you got Fort LaBeouf and Canaan area. That's girls AA, so we'll be keeping an eye on that as well. How about field hockey? Well, you probably are tired of hearing me say that the Wyoming Valley Conference is by far the best field hockey conference in the state. Here's more living proof. You got the defending state champ Crestwood Comets. They are now in the semifinals against Ole Valley. They shut out Southern Lehigh 2-0. And so now they have a date at Emmaus High School where they take on Ole Valley out of District number 3. Meanwhile, other half of the bracket, well, there you see, Wyoming Seminary. They're a two-time state champ. They haven't won it in 2 years. But they were 4-3 winners over Upper Perkiomen, and now they get Gwen and Mercy. That's going to be a double dip at Emmaus High School, 5 and 7 o'clock tomorrow. Maybe, just maybe, you're going to have the Wyoming Valley Conference teams playing it off for the state championship. Now, the other Wyoming Valley Conference team, that would be the Coughlin Crusaders. They got upended 1-0 by Penn Manor. So it's Penn Manor. They're going to have a date with Lower Dolphin tomorrow. And you got Emmaus and Westchester Henderson. That's the AAA field hockey. If you missed it over the weekend, it was a pretty good day for the District 11 teams, particularly those in the Lehigh Valley. Number 1 seed East Stroudsburg South just annihilated Scranton. Easton and Valley West. Valley West was trailing 35-21, came back, and then they opted to go for the win. They went for 2 when they scored their last touchdown. That didn't work, they lose. Easton advances. Parkland rolls over Stroudsburg, and Whitehall just big time over Pleasant Valley. The Berwick Bulldogs, well, they won the game, but Crestwood gave them all they could handle. Berwick had a rally in this one. They advanced 14-13. Abington Heights over Scranton Prep. So you got Abington Heights and Berwick. That'll be at Berwick Saturday afternoon for the District 2 AAA Championship. District 11, Southern Lehigh, no contest over Pottsville. Bethlehem Catholic destroys Lehighton. So it's Southern Lehigh and Becca battling it out for the District 11 Championship. AA, Northwest Lehigh over Nanticoke and North Schuylkill over North Penn. So it's the Spartans and the Northwest Lehigh Tigers battling it out. Single A, Monoy area shuts out Nativity. Marion trounces Muncie. So here we go again. Marion and Monoy. We've seen this one before. That's going to be for the District Single A Championship down in District 11.